Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, President Lahey made an appearance during May weekend. Did this help or hurt his image with the community?
Plus, developments on the woman who called a bomb threat on graduation last year.
And Bobcat Net will be down the weekend before finals. We've got all that and details and more.
All this on the Q30 Newscast.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
We have a back to his Hollywood. This is my mom. Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
This is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Q30 Newscast, sponsored by Joya Spa and Salon. I'm Kelly Novak.
And I'm Stephanie Fasano. We begin tonight with the Quinnipiac President John Lahey. He was invited to an off-campus house party hosted by the social media app WeGo.
At the party, Lahey addressed students, saying that he didn't know the street of the party existed, and joked that he would buy all of the properties on the street.
Also, a video of his speech was posted online and immediately went viral in a matter of hours. Lahey issued an apology earlier today to QU students and the town of Hamden.
Sami Moore has the latest on the controversy surrounding this viral video.
3 Quinnipiac seniors live at this off-campus property on Del Sol Road. After Quinnipiac President John Lahey showed up to their May weekend party, a video of it went viral. One of the homeowners, Connor McNamara, says this event can show positivity with the Hamden community.
Way too many people came, it got out of hand, and we were able, as the residents of the off-campus house and as students, we were able to quickly communicate with the neighbors that were, outside wondering what was going on. And we were able to gain their respect. So they respected us, we respected them.
Students celebrated May weekend this past weekend, the school's end-of-the-year celebration that the university president banned after 2 students had died.
I outlawed May weekend 15 years ago, but apparently the message hasn't gotten out. So. And you guys are living proof that May weekend still exists.
As a way to celebrate the end of their college career, the 3 senior boys of Del Sol decided to host the party with others of the legal drinking age. WeGo, the popular going out app, had been working with other seniors to plan this party, but on Washington Avenue. After QU had sent an email to the residents of Washington Avenue, the party planners decided to switch the location to Del Sol Road.
So one of my friends from Washington said, hey, listen, the school reached out to us, and I don't think they want us to have a party at Washington. And I said, well, since it's just going to be, once again, I thought it was a small little senior-only type thing, so I said, yeah, sure, we can have it here.
The event on the WeGo app stated that the event was only for those who were 21 and over. However, many underage students began arriving to the house party with their own alcohol. Neither the party host nor WeGo had provided alcohol to guests. Before the boys knew it, hundreds of Quinnipiac students were in their backyard, as well as President Lahey. The 3 seniors who live at 26 Del Sol Road did not invite the Quinnipiac University president themselves. It was the previous student body president, Mustafa El Hagar, who did invite President Lahey.
I was at the senior awards and the undergraduate awards ceremony earlier that day, and he was there giving his speech and being there present, and I just had a conversation with him, and I was like, yeah, if you want to stop by, and he was like, all right, and it was pretty casual, to be honest. It wasn't like I sent him a letter. It's not like, you know, I exchanged some sort of conversation with him. It was pretty simple.
In a statement from founder and CEO of WeGo, Ben Kaplan, he says, quote, WeGo brought 1,000 plus students together to enjoy the most memorable party in QU history, end quote.
I love you all. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, all right?
As a large number of students continued to grow in his backyard, McNamara decided to go to the police. At this point, Lahey had left their party.
At this point, the cops were down the street, and I guess they were just kind of just watching what was going on. And I actually approached them and told them, hey, listen, this is my house. We were supposed to have a little party. It got out of control. I need your help getting people out.
After a Total Fraternity Move article about the event had gone viral, as well as the WeGo video posted on YouTube, President Lahey had issued a statement that Quinnipiac students were alerted about on MyQ. Lahey said, quote, in speaking to students at the house party, and in an obvious but ill-advised attempt to be humorous with them, I unfortunately made light of what is clearly a serious matter with respect to off-campus student housing in Hampden. I deeply regret having made these remarks, for which I sincerely apologize, end quote. There were no arrests or injuries at the party, and the neighbors of Del Sol Road have stated that the boys are very nice and good kids. I'm Sami Moore, Q30 News.
Now that May weekend has come and gone and the end of the year is approaching, students are trying to make the most of their meal plan money. However, trying to spend the extra funds is causing stress all over campus. Chandler Thornton spoke to students about what they're doing to get rid of the extra cash.
As Quinnipiac nears the end of the spring semester, students are not only stressing about finals, but also their meal plan amount.
I have $16 left. And I have approximately $287.
I have around $250, $260. But this is after I had someone transfer $400 of meal money onto my plan about 2 weeks ago.
Allison Lee, Emma Ogden, and Kyle Lang are just a few examples of what many students on campus are going through.
I guess that's kind of frustrating when you're worried whether you're going to be able to eat for the last month of school or not.
Students living in on-campus housing without kitchens are provided with $1,400 at the start of each semester. A resident living on campus with a kitchen is provided with $1,000 at the start of each semester. Quinnipiac offers a meal plan budget guideline where students are suggested to spend around $100 a week to stay in budget. Lee says this is just not enough.
I think they overcharge on everything as well as not giving us enough money to start with, because the way it's budgeted, we're supposed to spend like under $100 a week or something, and that's not enough.
Ogden thinks a way to minimize this issue would be to allow meal plan to roll over into the next year.
A problem that I do have is that at the end, if you don't use it all, you just lose it. It doesn't roll over to the next year, nor do they give it to you. And I think it would be really helpful if you do have extra, that you could either transfer it to Q Cash, where you can use it on laundry and the vending machines and whatnot, or just give you the money, because if not, it all just goes back to the school, and who knows what they do with it.
As the year comes to a close, some find themselves having to depend on friends to cover their meals.
I do kind of feel like a beggar by asking.
While others are trying to get rid of their extra.
Yeah, I plan on using every penny of my meal plan so it doesn't go back to the school, because I just don't want to give them any more money than I already have.
I'm Chandler Thornton, Q30 News.
Incoming freshmen for the fall of 2015 are now being given the option to select one roommate for housing. This new update means both students must be in agreement on the housing survey. The two incoming students will not be placed in a two-person dorm room together. They also cannot select 3 other people for a quad dorm room.
President Lahey announced a new Vice President and Chief Operating Officer for online programs. Cindy Gallatin will take over the position effective immediately. In 2001, Gallatin launched new online programs, which enrolled 277 students. This promotion will allow Gallatin to serve on the President's Cabinet and the senior leadership team.
The QU seminars are officially being replaced with the first-year seminar course. Thomas Williams has been named the leader and will work with Director of General Education. He will coordinate and plan the first-year seminar program and will work alongside the Director of Innovation and Teaching to develop the program. And coming up on the Q30 Newscast, QU students are taking action after the deadly earthquake in Nepal.
And former Quinnipiac student Danielle Shea is sentenced.
Plus, Nicole Kessler's here with the weather. Nicole?
So did you guys notice how many bobcats were on the quad today because of the beautiful weather? It was like summer today.
I loved it. I got a little bit of sunburn, I must say.
I can see it. Okay. Hey, I'll have more for you coming up on this week's Q30 Newscast.
The Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Welcome to A Sheer Sensation, North Haven's premier cosmetology service, located at 140 Washington Avenue, minutes from Hamden. We offer an array of services, from basic cuts and colors to lash extensions and formaldehyde-free keratin treatments. We also provide hair chalk and styling for men. When you spend $60, your Q card will get you 10% off. Call us at 203-239-6477 to make your next appointment at A Sheer Sensation.
That was then, this is now. Don't be just a number.
Hello, welcome to Chameleon.
At Chameleon Hair Color Cafe and Spa, it's all about what makes you feel beautiful. Their professional team is dedicated to helping you reach your customized beauty goals from your head to your toes. Chameleon Hair Color Cafe and Spa, where it's all about what makes you feel beautiful.
Okay, so highlights for this week look pretty solid. Men's hockey versus Yale, men's basketball Iona. Got some pretty nice graphics too, some OTSs, full screens.
Yeah, and I was also thinking for a feature idea, we could do something about head coach Rand Peckman from the men's ice hockey squad with the new year and new players.
Yes, that definitely sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where's Mike?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
What are you doing?
What? Freshman.
Former Quinnipiac student who made the false bomb threat at last year's graduation has been sentenced to 3 years probation. Danielle Shea made 2 threats before the ceremony because she was embarrassed about not graduating and did not want to tell her parents. Shea pleaded guilty and also has been ordered to pay more than $22,000 in restitution to the university.
If you wanted to take a study break this weekend from finals, plan one for this Saturday night. Bobcat Net will be down from midnight to 6 a.m. Saturday, May 2nd for maintenance. FiberTech, Quinnipiac's internet service provider, will be doing emergency maintenance to the network. Blackboard, Quinnipiac email, and library databases will all be shut down. Quinnipiac is not the only ones being affected by this. All of FiberTech's New Haven customers will be without internet during this time.
After months of criticism by the media, Bruce Jenner has officially come out as transgender on an ABC special report with Diane Sawyer, which aired on Friday. The 2-hour show included interviews of Jenner, his 10 kids, and as well as a statement from all 3 of his ex-wives. Jenner said he was terrified to tell his kids, but so far they have all been accepting of his decision. Q30 News asked students how they feel about Jenner's transformation.
I just feel bad for him that that's happening to him, since no one knows what it's like to be inside his head.
Like, every family would support somebody in times like that, I hope. It's just, I think the thing that's going to hurt him is the media, all the media attention. I mean, he's a public figure, so I think the media attention is going to be the one that gets in his way and gets in his head. But his family, I'm sure they'll support him.
University of Residential Life and the Department of Culture and Global Engagement is hosting a Nepal earthquake relief fundraiser.
Regional cuisine will be sold on the upper calf for $5 per plate on Friday, May 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Quinnipiac fitness classes will also be collecting donations of $5 for the remainder of the semester to go towards relief funds in Nepal.
And here in Studio 125 with more on this devastating earthquake, Q30's Taylor Popolars has your national news.
Thank you, ladies. Before we get to the tragedy in Nepal, we're going to start out here in America in Baltimore, as we're watching as protests, riots, and chaos unfolds in Baltimore, Maryland. More than 240 people have been arrested this week as the city continues to cope with the death of 25-year-old Freddie Gray, who died after suffering a severe spinal cord injury when police arrested him. Things turned especially violent on Monday, the day of Gray's funeral, when some demonstrators threw rocks and debris at police, set fire to more than 150 cars and some buildings, and looted local businesses. At least 20 police officers were injured. Baltimore's governor has called in the National Guard, and a citywide curfew is in place until at least next week. Because of the violence, Baltimore schools were closed Tuesday, and the Baltimore Orioles postponed home games on Monday and Tuesday. Adding a bit of spectacle to the story, the Orioles ended up playing a home game today, but it was not open to the public, the first ever Major League Baseball game to be played without a crowd. Moving on to Hillary Clinton, she spoke strongly about America's criminal justice system in a speech at Columbia University today. The Democratic presidential candidate referenced violence in Baltimore as she urged listeners of the need to end an era of mass incarceration. The speech was Clinton's first major public policy address since announcing her campaign for president. Now let's turn it over to Nepal, where at least 4 Americans are dead and many more remain missing after a 7.9 magnitude earthquake struck the Asian country this past Saturday. The current death toll from the historic quake stands at more than 5,200 people, but it is sadly expected to climb as rescue crews continue digging through mountains of rubble. At least 10,000 people were injured after the quake, and millions are struggling to find food and shelter. Aid groups like the Red Cross and Save the Children are collecting donations to help the crippled country. The 4 Americans confirmed dead were swept away in an avalanche on Mount Everest that was triggered by the quake. That'll do it for your national news. I'm Taylor Popolars. Now back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Taylor. Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, Kelly Ledwith is here with all the latest news from Hollywood.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care. Cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike's sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
Looking for debate and analysis of your favorite Quinnipiac sports?
Attacking and pressing. I mean,
right, and it's not and what they're doing isn't working.
But unfortunately, they couldn't finish the Colgate game, so I think definitely those are the keys that the Bobcats need to watch.
Guys that can take the ball in the latter stages of the second half.
I think those
even with limited minutes. In the MAC, they play the run and gun style.
Q30's and QBSN's Bobcat Breakdown brings all that to you and more. Live every Monday night at 8:30, tune in to see analysis of your Bobcats from the week before. Every sport from every season, it's all right here on Bobcat Breakdown.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nicole Kessler. If we take a look at tonight's forecast, we could see that in Waterbury it's 44, in Meriden it's 43, Hartford 45, and Yukon 42. A little chilly, but it's nothing that we are not used to. The current temperatures, if we could see in Canada, 72, and that jet stream is what's bringing the warm weather to New York, 55, Boston 50, and then later on in the week it's going to be super warm, so that is all thanks to Canada. The regional radar, this down here is rain, but luckily it is going to go into the ocean, and that is why us northerners are going to have a perfect sunny rest of the week. Tomorrow's temperatures, Waterbury 63, Meriden 64, Storrs 63, which is still pretty chilly, but that is definitely not going to stop any students from laying on the quad. And tonight's forecast is 50, partly cloudy, wind south-southwest at 4 miles per hour, which is gentle, which is great. Tomorrow's forecast is 60, mostly cloudy, wind east at 8 miles per hour, which yet again is pretty chilly, but it is nothing we are not used to. The 7-day forecast, Thursday and Friday, pretty cloudy, 60 degrees, which isn't the best weather. But then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all sunny degrees. If we take a look at Sunday, 73, Monday, 78,
Tuesday 79 and Wednesday 77. That is practically summer temperatures, 80 degrees. That is shorts weather, and that is what we have been waiting for forever. Now, that is it for this week's weather forecast. Now back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Summer is almost here, so it's time to start thinking about a healthier lifestyle. Dora Labat has your tips and tricks for getting into shape.
Hear that? Quinnipiac students lift weights and hop on elliptical machines to keep in shape. But what motivates students to make the trip to the gym and break a sweat?
Definitely, yeah, working on that summer body, trying to get some of that winter weight off. I think that, everyone is, get ready for summer.
Working on your summer body is important for your health and confidence. But how often do you need to hit the gym for some perfect abs?
Go to the gym every day, I guess. The more you go, I guess, the more work you put into it, the more you get out of it.
So what should you do to get your body ready for the summer?
I would recommend definitely getting outside, because now that it's nicer outside, you can run outside instead of just being locked inside on the track or the treadmill here. I always like to do circuit things to keep it different every time, so just factor in like different things every single time, so always doing like full body workouts.
You heard it here first. I'm Dora Labat with Q30 News.
Grey's Anatomy fans are protesting.
And Lizzie McGuire has hit social media. Kelly Ledwith is here with more in the Entertainment Report. Kelly?
Thanks, guys. If any Lizzie McGuire fans are looking for a date, Hillary Duff told an LA radio station she is now on Tinder. Duff said she already has 2 dates lined up from the app. The Tony Award nominations and hosts were announced this week. Kristen Chenoweth and Alan Cumming will be the co-hosts for this year's award show. The Tonys will be on June 7th. How to Get Away with Murder star Viola Davis has landed the role of a lifetime. Davis will be playing Harriet Tubman in an upcoming HBO movie. Singer Bobby Brown has filed for control over his daughter's estate. Bobby Christina has remained unresponsive after being found in a bathtub in January. She currently has a $20 million trust left by her late mother, Whitney Houston. It is currently being controlled by her grandmother, aunt, and uncle. Grey Anatomy fans have started a petition in hopes to bring back the male lead character, Dr. Derek Madrimi Shepherd, who died in last week's episode. Fans have reported allegedly not stopped eating and sleeping right since the tragic episode. The petition already has 20,000 supporters. And the movie Avengers: Age of Ultron has made an estimated $201 million in box office sales overseas. The sequel is expected to make another $200 million when it hits the U.S. screens this Friday. That's all for your entertainment report. This is Kelly Ledwith. Back to the desk.
After the break, Chandler Thornton is here to discuss this week in Quinnipiac sports.
And we explore how students stay focused when studying for finals in this beautiful spring weather. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
We have a
back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom. I have to make a decision and back.
Q30 Newscast is presented by Joya Spa and Salon. For more information, visit www.joyadayspa.com.
Welcome back to the Q30 Newscast.
Chandler Thornton is here with us to let us know what Quinnipiac sports teams are moving on to the playoffs. Chandler?
Yes, Quinnipiac's spring sports are seeing a lot of success as women's tennis heads to the NCAA tournament for the 8th time in program history. Quinnipiac clinched the automatic bid after sweeping Niagara 4-0. This marks the Bobcats' second consecutive appearance in the NCAA tournament. Quinnipiac will take on the number 2 seed North Carolina and will play on Tar Heels Court Saturday. And for Quinnipiac baseball, fell to Marist 2-1 in a MAC series at home this weekend. Marist had a 5-9 victory in the first game after Quinnipiac allowed 12 hits and 6 walks. The Bobcats bounced back in the second game from a 4-run deficit, defeating the Red Foxes 7-4 with 8 different Bobcats getting hits. The series ended with a close 8-7 loss for Quinnipiac. This series brings the Bobcats to 11-7 in MAC play and 20-20 overall. And for men's lacrosse, picked up their 4th straight win with a non-conference 12-10 victory against Air Force in Colorado. This win marks the longest winning streak for the Bobcats since its 2010 season. The Bobcats outscored the Falcons 3-1 in the final frame. Senior Michael Sagel tallied 6 points for the Bobcats and grabbed his first hat trick of the season, while assisting on 3 others. Sagel's total now sits at 29 goals, matching the program record for most goals in a single season. Quinnipiac will take on the 3rd seed, University of Detroit, on Thursday for the MAC championships. And women's lacrosse ended their season with the 18-3 loss against Fairfield. The Stags' defense and goalkeeping kept the Bobcats from scoring for the first 34 minutes of the game. Freshman defender Kiara Kelly was a bright spot as she recorded a game-high 5 ground balls and 2 caused turnovers, but it would not be enough against the Stags' offense. Quinnipiac's goals came in the second half from Devin Kelly, Leah Walter, and Kira Aquat. The Bobcats finished their season 1-7 in MAC play and 2-14 overall. And softball swept Ryder in MAC play on Sunday. Freshman Casey Herzog led the Bobcats in the 7-5 and 3-0 victory, going 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored while recording a save and a win on the mound. The Bobcats tallied 7 runs off 9 hits and 1 walk in the first game. The win brings Quinnipiac to 14-32 overall and 7-11 in conference play. I'm Chandler Thornton. That's it for sports. Back to you guys.
Well, your favorite 2 Golden Retrievers are back for dog finals. Ben and Tucker are here again for finals week. The 2-year-old Goldens are coming to provide a calm and cheery influence on test taking.
They will be here to pet, cuddle, and play with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of finals week from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. During dog finals, use Twitter to track whoever is on a leash and post photos using the hashtag QUDogFinals.
And that's it for us tonight on the Q30 Newscast. Thanks for tuning in tonight and especially all semester.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at Q30 News. Stay with us for the rest of the semester and throughout the summer for the latest in Quinnipiac news.
And as a senior, I just want to say a quick goodbye. The Q30 television, the whole network has been not only my friends but my family, and they have left me with the most amazing string of yesterdays. So I thank you, and this is my last newscast, so goodbye. And I'm going to toss it over to Nicole Kessler with your 7-day forecast.
Thank you again, Steph and Kelly. If we take a look at the 7-day forecast one last time, we could see that Thursday and Friday, not going to be so pretty, but then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, beautiful weather, 80 degrees. That is it for this week's weather and newscast. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next fall.